Hey guys, haven't made a video in a while. Sun's directly in my eyes, and that's the price I pay for not making a video in a while. But anyways, this will be the next video on the Nofap Foundation series, and today's video is going to be about visualization and relating pain to your success and pleasure to your success and pain to your failure. So to start it out, visualization is a pretty powerful tool in of itself for basically anything in your life. A lot of athletes and a lot of successful people talk about it. They visualize, their success. They visualize especially in athletics, if you really visualize, if you have a really good visualization of the movement you're going to do, the thing you want, the outcome you want, then I think your subconscious really plays into it to kind of setting in motion exactly what you visualize. I think there's a really strong connection there. But also, I think there's another layer to it, but we'll get into that later. So as far as Nofap, I think visualization has helped me a lot by basically attaching. When I think of fapping, I have a vision. Like, I really visualize this really good, and Tony Robbins kind of talks about this, where if I fap, like I visualize myself in the worst possible state. Like, I see myself in this just ugly state where, I'm just drained, I'm pale, I'm lifeless, I'm at the computer just like clutching on my jewels and my precious, and you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, that's the image I have of if I fap. That's my failure. That's how my failure looks like to me. So whenever I think of fapping, that kind of image plays out where I'm just lifeless, I'm pale, and I know that I'll be weaker to face life and face the things I want, and I won't be going forward. And if I keep going, like I have this other image which I visualize, is that I'm full of life and all these things. Like, really get into it, visualize the things you want in yourself, to be yourself, to become, like visualize them clearly. Like I visualize myself being just a really stand-up dude, but I have my own vision. Like, I can't really put into words because it's a vision, but it's such a vision that it empowers me. Like, I'm full of life, I'm powerful, take on life and expand and grow, and yeah. So what I'm basically saying is set up visualize what it looks like for you to keep going in Nofap. And when you're thinking about, because we already have this kind of programmed visual in our heads before we fap that gets us, is that we only see the upfront vision, which is you see yourself looking up these hot girls and getting that pleasure, and you just think of that pleasure, that pleasure, but you don't your vision is short-sighted. You don't see the aftermath of that. So try and erase that by putting the real image, the after image of what it is for you when you fap. Like, what happens in your life, what happens with you, like even overplay it, like exaggerate it. So next time you fap, you don't think of, oh man, just those big booty girls, man, that's what I'm going for. No, you're not going for that. You're going for that image that comes after that. And it's not a pretty image for most of us. And even if you exaggerate even more, then that's an ugly image. You really don't want to go down that path. And to invigorate you to keep going on that, so that moves your way. And I think that's even more powerful than moving towards your pleasure, because we instinctively move away from pain. And after a while of really creating that image, that painful image, then fap itself will be like, I'll be like, pain, no, go, no, like fire, no. And you'll naturally move away from it, because the vision for fap is just it's just a nasty image. And then what keeps me going and keeps me invigorated is having an image for, if I keep going Nofap like that, if I take that energy of Nofap, how it'll look in my life. Well, I already said this before, but so you have that as almost a backup, like you have a twofold thing. For when you fap, you know, you got this ugly image that's gonna steer you away from that pain, and then you got another image to move you towards your goals, towards your pleasure, you know, to being the man you want, you know, being a good-looking dude, you know, being jacked, successful, or whatever the hell you want, you know, just building yourself. Because, you know, this sexual energy, creative energy, this energy to create, to expand, and so really see it that when you just fap, you just throw that away, you throw all that potential away. But if you hold it in, you know, you could build it on yourself, you could build it within yourself, like outside yourself, like whatever it is you want, what it is you want out of life, you could take that energy and you could mold it to that, you could use that. So yeah, that's the gist of visualization for you guys. I think it's a very powerful tool. I tied that in with the whole pain and pleasure kind of thing to kind of bring it into practical value, because I mean, a lot of people say visualize your goals, visualize this. I'm not too good at visualizing, but using this method like this to, you know, attach a vision to a pain and a pleasure for a specific thing like Nofap has helped me tremendously. And really sit down and think your image out, you know. Even if you don't really have that visualization skill, just think about it, write it down maybe, whatever works for you. But the takeaway here is associate fap as a big pain, see it for what it is, and to keep going is a big pleasure. And alright guys, so trying to keep this video short. Last video got a little out of hand with almost 20 minutes. So I'm on day 75 right now. Some of you might have gotten a little scared, didn't put up a video, so no, I did not fail, guys. I'm going strong and I'm feeling good, and I hope these videos are helping you guys, and I'm signing out. See you guys. Nature.